This abomination of a film is over 2 hours long, and it took me nearly 5 hours to watch it because I had to keep taking breaks to pause it to slam my in the door because that was literally more enjoyable. I regard the events in this film as a plot much in the same way I regard an upside-down hat as a bowl. You can try and make the argument that's what it is, but at the end of the day, you're eating cereal out of a hat. Story kicks off with some space king getting whacked, and some other knobhead who's a bit naughty gets put in charge, and he sends some other guy out to go get some Red Bulls, apparently, because they're pissing everybody off. Fast forward to some Scandinavian farming planet, and the main character we meet is this kind of stick-thin, scowly woman who the first thing she does is have a go at some guy just for showing some compassion towards her. So yeah, don't like her. So she tells this bozo to get lost, and then to show how clever and independent she is, she tries ploughing a field in the middle of the night. So presumably she hobbles the horse and breaks the thing's neck, and then she says, I'll go to the feast instead of where everybody else is. At the feast, the community leader stops the music just to tell everybody how much he loves a good shag and how much he loves getting hard-ons. So yeah, it goes on about that for a while people try to eat, and then scowly protagonist woman's like, I'm not feeling this, man, I'm going to bed. So she gets back to a dusty shack with curtains for walls, and the old guy that lives there is like, hey mate, I know you've lived here for 2 years, but can you just tell me who the you are again, just so audience know as well? So she gives him a good old scowl and is like, yeah, I can do, mate. So she just kind of monologues about, I used to be a soldier, me, and I've got a mysterious past. Don't ask me again. But of course, she is going to talk about this, like looking directly at you, the viewer, at any chance she gets. I think we're meant to like this character at this point, but she's just got this slap-ass face, and the actress can only do like 3 expressions. And the last one is what I think would look like if you tried to train an alien to smile like a human, and he's only got like a couple of days to practice it. So yeah, she used to be a soldier, and based on what we see of this army and how ill they all look, kind of looks like they're just waging war on calories, I suppose. So Space Army comes down and everybody starts panicking, but the leader of the community, who loves a good shag, comes up with a plan of, they're probably here for grain, so we'll just tell them there's no grain. So the townspeople hear this like, that's a great idea. So immediately the bad guys just see that there's loads of grain and loads of fields. So after using their eyes and asking literally 2 questions, they come to the conclusion that this bald obviously lying to him. So a cool guy that loves a good shag gets his head stoved in with a shillelagh. Soldiers occupy the town and try to rape a girl there straight away. Scowly woman intervenes and gets helped by the Anthony Hopkins robot. He's pretty cool, but he's never going to be in the film again. Forget about him. Stop asking about him. On to the next scene. Scowly Annie's going to go around the world, try to recruit people to help her find the rebels, so that she can fight the Empire. I mean, the space bad guys. She grabs this bozo and heads to a bar to go ask some questions. And after this guy gets... Gothmog's like, hey, we're gonna kill you. This is the actual dialogue. That's what he actually says to her. And she's like, nah, you're not gonna kill me. Great dialogue. Get used to this level of dialogue throughout the film, because they don't get any better from here. Cue the worst shootout ever, where people are missing each other from like 5 feet away. Like, what happens here? She just kind of like ducks, and the bullet goes over her head. She's 3 feet away. How are they missing her? And then what's this guy doing? How's this guy miss? What's he aiming at? You could hit her with a breadcrumb from there. Once these guys are all dead, Jax from Sons of Anarchy's like, I'm from space Belfast. And then in a pathetic attempt for Scowly Woman to be deep, she looks at Jax while he's looting dead bodies like Arthur goddamn Morgan and says, you are not a man with honor. He just kind of looks at her the same way I looked at her, like, are you stupid? He's literally going through pockets of a man he's just killed. So Jax decides to go with him because this film needs like a Han Solo character, I suppose. And now just cue like a long montage of getting pointless side characters. We got Turok Dinosaur Hunter, the cyberpunk lady we saw, and Digimon Onsu, who, if you're old as fuck like me, you'll know it's Trainer from Never Back Down. Like these characters, tough because they ain't saying about 10 words between them for the rest of the film. They're pointless, they serve no purpose. They're just there to gobble up screen time. These guys are the equivalent of the side characters in an RPG that you have to recruit to progress the main plot, but you never talk to or use them ever again. So it's been nearly 10 minutes since Scowler McGee vomited some exposition dump at you. So she just tells you a story about how she used to be some bodyguard for some space princess. What's this got to do with out? No fucking idea. Never comes up again. Don't matter. Moving on. So Scowler McGee and the NPCs find their way to Squidworld, and they find the Resistance, and they're like, yo, man, I need your army to fight off the bad guys. And the Resistance is like, nah, bro, but we'll give you 12 malnourished weirdos. All right, well, thanks, I guess. So they take them and they go, and that's it. What 12 people going to do against a spaceship that blows up planets? I'm thinking about it too much. Moving on. Bad guys catch up and they get to Squidworld and like, right, where are all these rebels at? And they're like, we've no army, but we're not telling you. It's like, yeah, you fucking are. So it brains in with a shillelagh as well. It blows planet up. So it turns out Jack's working with baddies all along, and he dobs them in, so Scowler McGee and all NPCs get caught, and they get put in these spider machines, which apparently, if you just don't use them properly, they let you go. So Scowler McGee and NPCs get free, they have a bit of a shootout with bad guys, and Tilk from Stargate SG-1 sacrifices himself, and that's it, they just sort of win. This film's just obsessed with female war cries for some reason, so whenever anything happens, the women just start howling like banshees. So main bad guy falls off a cliff and then gets transported to where big bad guy is, and he's like, "You failed me for the last time, so I'm just going to send you out to fail again." He's like, "Alright, nice one." And then Scowling McGee and NPCs just ride off on horses, and that's it. That's the film. Part 2's out in April, and I'd rather watch sandpaper than watch it.